Hello everyone, Uncle Jay here, back in Space Engineers, and today we're taking a look at another one of my builds. Now, this is a work in progress. This is a part of the UncleJ shipping company fleet. This is the Mogen David 2020. It is a modular design cargo ship, something I've been wanting to do for a while. Is this going to be practical to use? Probably not. It's just something I wanted to build. We're going to take a look at the engine unit first, because that's where I started to build. We're going to take a look at the operations unit, and then we're going to take a look at the cargo units, which are unfinished. You can kind of see the different stages behind me. The bare minimum, the base unit, we have our gas unit, and then the cargo module unit, which is nowhere near done, and I kind of dread working on that, and you guys will see when we get to that part. So I'd like to thank everyone at 152 subscribers at the moment, and thanks a lot for putting up with my horrible YouTube skills and my horrible headphone microphone audio. I know it's a little rough sometimes, but for those who have stuck around, thank you. Alright, let's get into it. This is our engine unit here. As you can see, we have 4 large hydrogen for our reverse. We have some ions. And I wanted kind of something that was a little bit open, a little bit different from my usual builds. Some exposed components here. We have 8 jump drives. As you see, we got plenty of forward thrust. Nice shield cowling, something I usually don't do in my builds. Got our nav lights, thrusters, jump drives. We have some point defense, decoys. Now this unit is for space only, no atmosphere. And let's just keep going forward past the operations unit. That way you guys can kind of take in the whole thing as a whole. Yeah, the whole thing as a whole. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Let's head inside. All right. This is where we're going to enter the front. This is the only official entrance. You can sneak in through the back. There are spots that are open. And you kind of can see how I have this set up, where these are full blocks and these are half blocks. So there is a front and back to each cargo module, or cargo unit, I should say. That's the designation I decided to go with. You have merge blocks and a connector. We have our controls here, turn on and off our merge blocks, our connector on and off, and our connector switch lock. Alright, let's head inside. We have double doors here, no vent. And here is our main room. You're greeted with a cargo container. Now, the front and back half of this ship is not designed to carry any cargo itself, so there's very limited internal cargo storage. Here we have our command seat, our little window here. We have a remote block on each part of all the ships, so everything can be operated from one spot on the ship. Now, technically, you know, immersion, or however you want to, what's the word I'm looking for? Role playing You would have one crew member who would be stationed back here. He would be the main engineer. You would have 2 or 3 guys in the operations unit. And you would have one guy who would be the trade master, cargo master, and he would operate in and out and around the cargo units themselves. I'm going to come here. It's a little cramped design. It's not designed to be luxurious. You have some lockers, some spare parts. Now there is 2 bunks. Technically there should be 2 crew members in this section, but you can get by with just 1. I mounted the stairs upside down because these stairs are a pain in the butt to get on and off of with the railings. It just makes it easier. We have 2 cryopods here, survival kit, and here is our bathroom and shower. So this is a full ship by itself, guys. You can fly around and have adventures. And then we're going to come into our maintenance area here. Where our gyros are at, our batteries, reactors. Can I squeeze in here? And you can kind of squeeze in between all the guts. Fly around in case you need to repair anything. Of course, it also makes it susceptible to pirates. You know, it's also easy to kind of get around and fix stuff. Now you can see there is spots you can sneak out. But I'm not going to go into the menus and all that fun stuff because this isn't a showcase. This isn't a finished product, work in progress. And as you see, we're using the Builder Skybox. First time using this. I kind of like it. And this is the engine unit. Next up, we're going to go over the operations unit. Now, the operations unit, this isn't the original design, and even that wasn't what I envisioned. But it's how it turned out, and I think it's okay. I actually like the way the front half looks more than the back half, and I kind of wish they looked more similar. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. I really don't want to redesign the back half because that took me a while. Kind of wish it kind of looked like this a little bit more, but it is what it is. I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments what you think about it. So let's take a look around the outside here. Now, when I was thinking about how I wanted to do this, I kind of envisioned the Nostradamus from the movie Alien. Not Alien, the first one. And I want this to be able to land on a planet, not designed for it, but I want it capable of doing that. We have a little bit of a tug front end here in case it needs to move cargo modules by itself. We have a hangar or garage where there is a tug parked inside, and that tug is already on the workshop under my USC collection. Come underneath here, we have some landing skids, and then we have our landing thrusters. These stay off unless we're in atmosphere. And then we have a connector that comes down. Right now I have it set to be just below the landing pads. We could dock up to a station on a planet or space station, whatever. Also gives us the ability to lock to the ground. And it can also be extended further down for different terrains. And we have our camera here, so we can see our foot and what's going on underneath. I kind of like how these skids came out. How they're like offset, and now these are heavy armor plates. The skids. We have a nice wraparound bridge, gives us full view of everything. And we have a landing pad here for whatever reason. We have 4 point defense turrets, missiles, meteors, and small grid, I believe. Nothing anywhere else on the ship. And then we have 4 parachute hatches for emergencies. This can also operate as a life pod, I guess you could say. We have our industry tanks here, exposed. Kind of give it some nice greebling. I guess the best thing is to start right here. Obviously, this is going to be the same here. We have our merge blocks and connector. There's our gravity. Same controls. And we're going to head inside here. And this does have the Izzy's auto door. As you can see, there's a progression there. So this is all airlock, set to suck. Kind of see a jump drive right there. But let's come out here real quick to these side dock. As you can see from here and there, it's kind of like a sidewalk way. You can stay on the ship and access the outside. Here we have our docking arm, which is tucked in right here. This is something I've never done before. You can extend our boom. There's a little access right there. I don't know. I think that's a pretty good speed. Here we go. Come out here and then dock up to a station or another ship. Kind of clears the nacelles here, or engine pylons, nacelles. I don't know. Sounds good. We got a camera there. Then our connector, trade on and off, switch lock. Let's just retract that. And this is the same on the other side. Alright, let's head into the ship. We are greeted with a long hallway, and we kind of see the guts. Actually, this is kind of like the Betsy Mark III. Kind of had like a long hallway. Now, I did have a door over here, but Izzy's script kind of, this door would open and this door would open, and yeah, it just... So I took the one door out, so we just have the one. A little pressurized room. This is our crew cabin area. We have a bathroom here. And then we have our crew bunks on either side. There's 4 crew bunks. And then here is our captain. Captain Mad Dog 2020. Kind of gets a nice little room, a little desk, bed, his own locker and armory. And then we have access to the internals, which will go probably over last, or next to last. And here is our main relax and chill area. Got a survival kit, another bathroom. Never have too many bathrooms. And whenever you turn certain graphics to high, the LCD is kind of like taking shit, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's my video card or if it does that for everyone. But anyways, so we have like this lounge couch area, watch the TV. Have a front view here. Our dining room, kitchen, and then we have 2 cryos. Then this is just another access to the interior of the ship. Let's head up to our bridge. Here is our lovely, lovely wraparound bridge. Gives us some nice views of the ship going on. You notice a couple of bridges on a couple of my ships are kind of like this. They're nice and open. And I don't know, I kind of like it. The co-pilot here, target lock the containers or space stations, the direction, and a lot of fun stuff. Main flight seat, I should say, captain seat. I haven't set up any of the groups on this yet. And our Issidores, and then this one, Mr. Coffee, so we can get a coffee. The only thing is, I probably should take Issidores off and have that Mr. Radar, because I always drink coffee when I'm watching Mr. Radar. Alright. Yes, let's head into the guts. I think there's plenty of light in here. Here we have some reactors, our grav gen. There's just some access here. There is 2 hydrogen engines on this ship, for, you know, in case all hell breaks loose or whatever, run out of whatever. You know, you guys know, you know. If you know, you know, you know? Alright, enough of that. And plenty of large hydrogen tanks. Little walkways here. Come down, here is the other access. You know, let's just drop down right here. Boop. There's a walk around, and as you see, our landing thrusters or planetary thrusters. We have 2 oxygen tanks. These are the only ones on the ship, I believe. I'm pretty sure. And we are in the garage, or the hangar. We'll walk around here. And here is our tug. We have our ladder going up, so we can... This is the door. Open the hangar. Kind of like a 2-step process here. Kind of like the cargo bay on Serenity. And we have controls on the outside to the ramp, and then this is the hangar door up and down. That back off. Yeah, so that's the operations unit. The outs. Actually, everything is done on this except for the groups. And everything is done on this. All the groups and the and whatnot. Actually, here, I'll just show you guys real quick. As you can see, everything is in its place. It's properly labeled. There are 2 gyro groups. This one has... What am I supposed to tell you? Anyways, one's for when the ship's not connected. Kind of cuts down the gyros so it's dockable by maneuvering. And then when everything's fully loaded. Now, right now, I have no clue if the gyros on either ship are going to be enough. I'm right now not using any mods on either the front half or the back half. The only mods I have are on the one cargo module, and we'll get to that. Yeah. So let's go this way. This is the main ship, the Mad Dog 2020, the Mogen David 2020. So let's go over the cargo modules. Alright, here is the base, which everything is designed off of. This is kind of bare bones. Gave me something to work off of. And I wanted to keep this by itself, so if I need to start over from scratch, I'd have a starting point. Or if I need to like change lengths because those are way too much overkill, we could do that. As you can see, here is my cargo jumper. This, pretty sure this is on the workshop in my collection. I also want to design one of these where 2 of these could hook up, or 4, and be taken along for a ride, because these are supposed to be short to mid-range cargo transport in between 2 stations, where this is designed to be what's the word I'm looking for? Interstellar, between 2 solar systems. At least that's what's floating around inside my head. Here is our base unit, our base cargo unit. This is what everything is built off of. I thought it was good to have a plain Jane blueprint to work off of, so I could build multiple different designs depending on what needs to be hauled. Now, technically, this is a ship by itself. There is a seat, generators. Where is it? This one doesn't have a grav generator. This one obviously is bare bones. Yeah, that's our base model here. And then here is our gas cargo unit. Now this has 1 mod. I've been trying to keep any real mods out of my USC fleet. Try to keep it just DLC's vanilla. These are actually oxygen tanks. I'll leave a link for the mod below. I think it's a great mod. Definitely should give it a thumbs up on the workshop. Say thank you to the guy. I don't know why Keen didn't think we needed large oxygen tanks. I never understood that. These are obviously hydrogen tanks, and I think I counted them 44 tanks altogether. What I had in my head and what turned out, I mean, this, let's just face it, guys, this is totally unpractical. Completely unpractical. The amount of ice you would need to fill these, it's ridiculous. But then again, if you were using a ship, say the Leptuus Ice Mining Titan, you could easily probably fill these tanks, which is also on the workshop in my collection. Alright. This is mostly a hollow design. We got some nice catwalks here on the outside, some access. We have our side docking port. Now, I should point out that all these tanks, there is no access to these tanks from the ships. This is pure commodity trade. So all these connectors you see here are for the ship. These top connectors, these are for hydrogen, these are for oxygen. There's no cross mingling, there's no double dipping, none of that fun stuff. And as you can see, I brought the units over here so you guys can see how this is intended to work. And I'm still in the build phase. I haven't done any testing whatsoever. I have no clue if any of this is going to work. Let's just be honest. Got to be honest with myself. Got to be honest with you guys. This is just for fun. Totally not practical. I mean, you could build this in survival using a shit ton of materials and projectors, but let's just face it. No one's going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You're not going to do it. But let's go take a look here. Okay. Let's try that again. Now, I don't have the merge blocks locked, but the connectors are just floating. We have another set of controls over here. We have emergency disconnect do not push the shiny red button, guys. Or yellow button, red words. What this does is activate a series of timers. It turns all this stuff off. Turns on the beacon, the antenna, the thrusters, and thrust override depending on which end of the ship you're at for 15 seconds. Then it turns off the thrust override, turns these back on, and hopefully by then it's been separated, cargo's been saved, ship's been saved, lives have been saved. That's the theory, because we are hauling explosive materials. And we're gonna come in here through the inside, have a nice little look. I was gonna add panels. I could add panels here to extend and dock these locally, but I didn't. And this is actually technically done. All the groups, all the buttons, blueprints saved, but I'm not gonna put it on the workshop till everything's done. We have our side connectors here, extend our pistons, all that fun stuff. Now, this right here is a little trick I picked up from Wellington 6012, using the small grid here for the timer blocks. Main reason I did this is I just didn't want a big giant antenna. So we have a little antenna here, tucked in the timer blocks. It worked out pretty good. In fact, let's jump in here, and you can see what we got going on. Our main group is for our main, or tab 1 is for our main connectors, tab 2 is for our side, and then tab 3 is for our oxygen and hydrogen, and tab 4 is systems. So that's that. And we come down here to our oxygen, gravity generators on both sides, so we do have gravity. You guys can kind of little detail work here. Plenty of lighting. Know which way's up and whatnot, and you guys can see how everything connects. Alright, let's move on to the bane of my existence, the shipping container module. And yeah. And here is the tug. This tug is on the workshop. Nice cute little tug. I kind of like it. Should probably go over that all by itself. I'm not sure how I want to do this, guys. I started by spreading them out, and then it kind of didn't look right, so I figured, what would it look like if they were all stacked on top of each other? Because we need a way to connect and disconnect them. So I'm going to have to make groups. I'm thinking groups of 2. Like each one of these would control, I guess, 2 zones maybe, or 2 shipping containers. And then I have to redo these. But this is going to take a very, very long time to go through all this. Set all this up. All the cargo containers. Now, I do have these blueprinted. I'm not going to blueprint each and every color. It's too easy to recolor them. And I might redo this because right now these buttons, these are just switch lock buttons. And I feel like there should be a button for turning it on and off and switch lock. Or is that on and off? Oh no, that's on and off. Okay. Not switch lock. So I think there needs to be more buttons here for that. Give better control. And maybe buttons for the batteries to recharge on and off. So I need to think about that. But yeah, this is it's going to take me a while. I honestly am kind of dreading it, to tell you the truth. That took me a while. Let's jump into the tug here. And I want to number 3 is lock. That's unlock. Let's back away. Here is our little tug. It has 2 large batteries, I believe 4 small batteries. There is 5 small hydrogen tanks because it's not actually meant to be hydrogen for main power. The main power is supposed to be ion, and then the hydrogen is to supplement heavy shipping containers that are full of cargo. Cute little ship. I did add a parachute on it, so this could be used as a emergency escape pod, which I thought was kind of a good idea. And I see we have we can target stuff, because it gives us the weight and everything. Is it kind of a little foggy in here? Seems to have steamed up inside the cockpit, or I guess I should stop breathing. Or it could be because of the skybox and the dirty glass cockpits. I really wish they would get rid of the dirty glass cockpits, or give us a choice between clean and dirty glass, maybe. Yeah, another keen thing that needs to get worked on. Tabs. See, tab 1 is mostly for docking. Tab 2 is systems. Now 7 and 8 are kind of cool because this gives us maneuverability for our surrounding, forward and backwards. Kind of helps with docking and around the yard, a lot of fun stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool using those spotlights. Alright guys, that's pretty much where I'm at in progress with this ship. I want to thank you guys for your time, and let me know what you think about this design. I appreciate any kind of input, feedback, comments, and all that fun stuff. Please leave a like if you like it, and don't if you don't. No big deal. This is just for fun. Me enjoying myself, sharing what I do. And I feel like there's something I'm missing. Mercury 2 Subnautica Below Zero project is on hold for right now. Just busy doing other stuff. Between space engineers, obviously space engineers, Elite Dangerous, Mech Warrior, Planetside 2, and I'm probably going to start playing Subnautica Below Zero again because there was just another update where they fixed a bunch of stuff, and we now have a fancy docking thing for our sea truck modules. But you guys really don't care about that because you're here for space engineering. This is Uncle J. Until next time, thank you. Fly safe, keep welding, grinding, and don't anger the clang.